Rest in peace to Michael Madsen, one of my favorite actors of all time, passed away a few days ago in Malibu. I guess he died of cardiac arrest. And that's why he's the background to The Live. The Live is a tribute to him for now. And he was in a lot of my favorite movies like Reservoir Dogs, Kill Bill, The Hateful Eight. He was in Hell Ride, this biker movie made by Joey Bishop. Joey Bishop was also in Kill Bill, played a minor role. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to talk about Michael Madsen for the whole time, but we'll just leave it there for now. Hi. Hello. I'm going to see how long I can stand being live today. How long can I take it? How long can I stand here in front of you and say nothing and give you nothing of value whatsoever? That's what I'm going to try to do today. Let's see. We're making some burgers today. There's a background. This is a picture I took while I was driving home from my friend's house. It is a nice sunset. You want to look at it?
Oh, that's nice.
You see this there's like a water tower, and then you can see
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it lightened it. It was actually darker than that, but the camera lightened it. We're making we're warming up some leftover hamburgers from our 4th of July barbecue that I had at my dad's house. And we're inspired by the In-N-Out, all the In-N-Out burgers people make. But it's not going to be a smash burger. Unfortunately, it's just going to be a regular burger. Thick meat burger. And we're going to warm those up, and we're going to melt cheese over them and fry some onions up. It's going to be delicious. Hello to everybody. Happy Sunday. Today is the Lord's Day. So that's why I decided to work, because you're supposed to work on the Lord's Day, right? Isn't that what it says in the Bible? That you take 6 days off a week and then you work the 7th day? Is that how it goes? Maybe somebody knows. You can correct me there if I'm wrong. I always welcome correction from the experts, from the people out there that know more than I do. Goopster, hello. Hi. How are you? Nice to see you. Goopster, I like that name. That's a great name. Maybe you can hear the burgers frying. We're actually not cooking them. We're warming them up. We're getting them hot enough to melt cheese on top of. We're going to fry up some onions. It's going to be delicious. Malibu Doll, how you doing? Good to see you again. I've been watching your videos very closely. I watch and I listen to your videos of you playing with dolls. And I just sit there and lurk. I lurk and I don't say anything and just watch your videos in a dark room where it's just my phone. I'm laying down, and then on my phone, like I try not to fall asleep, but then eventually I fall asleep and end up dropping the phone right onto my face. Thank you, Malibu Doll says. I'm good. We have some. So how's everybody doing today? Why is Iksan number 1? That's kind of weird. You must have commented before. So you have the number 1 crown. That's weird. It says top fans in XP. What's the leaderboard? A place for fans to stand out in the community. The top 3 get special badges and live chat. It resets every stream so you can always try again. How do you get on the leaderboard? You'll need to collect experience points or XP. Here's how you get them. Send live chat messages, send super chat and super stickers, send a gift. Pretty cool. I don't think that I can receive the super chats yet because I don't have the watch hours. I think you need 3,000 watch hours. Malibu Doll says, thank you, I'm good. I'm the leader. I know Malibu Doll has commented the most. Why doesn't she have the crown? And Ik-san has the crown. Stop genocida. Yes, I agree. Stop the genocide. I agree
It's
with
hard,
everything Ik-san says.
it's hard to know when those are ready.
Well, we're just warming. Well, yeah, we were supposed to. I forgot we had to warm them up.
Yeah, 'cause internally they're going to be cold.
We might have to genocide them in the microwave. I mean, what did I say?
Are you?
Might have to.
You're reading somebody's.
Yeah.
Used somebody's comment into your accidentally.
What is going on?
Okay.
So I always look at other people when they're going live, and I like when they just sit there and they do nothing. They spin around in a chair. And they're just sitting there. And that's what I'm going to start doing so I can get the 3,000 watch hours. Maybe by the time I get the 3,000 watch hours, I'll figure out what it is I actually want to talk about. Because I still don't know. I'm just sitting here live, reading your comments. Thank you. Say hello to me. If you happen to find yourself in this live session, say hello, say hi,
Friend.
ask me a question. Let's talk about the news. Ikshant from Indonesia. Shout out to Indonesia. Hello. Peace be upon you. I hope everything's going well for you. Is it Monday over there? I think over here it's Sunday. And Iksan keeps saying, please stop genocide.
Huh.
I'm not committing genocide, so there's no, I have no control over that. I do send all of my money to Israel, though. I wonder if that's contributing to genocide. I hope not. All the money that I don't make in America, all the negative money I make, I send it right over to Israel immediately. That's a joke, by the way, if you were wondering. This video is very dark now. With genocide talk, only 8 minutes in, and we're talking about genocide. I was watching this YouTuber the other night, and he started out all angry. And he's like, if I could commit genocide, I'd do it. If I could get away with genocide, I'd do it. He was feeling like unloved, and he's like, I guess all I have is trolls. I guess nobody loves me. I guess I have no fans. Let's talk about dolls instead, Malibu Doll says. Everybody just wants to talk about what they want to talk about. They don't care about what I want to talk about. Which I want to talk about
Do you think that's ready?
Stanley thermoses. Stanley thermoses and how they've maintained my life. And I want to talk about burgers floating on the spatulas out of nowhere. That's what I want to talk about. It just depends on if the middle is warm.
No.
You have to put your finger in there with the
No, I'm
risk
not gonna
burning.
do that.
Put the finger into the middle of the meat that you cut the other day.
That's what he said.
That's what he always says. You know, guy walks into the bar, sits down, and orders a drink. And then a guy comes in, sits next to him, and tells the bartender, hey, jackass, pour me a drink. Bartender pours him a drink. So he finishes the drink, and the guy says, hey, jackass, pour me another drink. Bartender pours him another drink. The other guy sitting there says to the bartender, hey, why do you let that guy call you jackass? You know, the bartender says, well, he always calls me that. Thank you. That's a joke from the movie Silver Bullet, which we didn't watch on 4th of July for some reason. I wanted to watch it. Oh yeah, we couldn't find it to stream. You know, the only thing I have is a VHS copy of Silver Bullet, and currently, for some reason, my VHS player doesn't hook up to my new TV. So I got to figure that out.
I guess I'm just gonna take a risk
Take a risk.
and decide that they're ready.
Take a risk.
Now, did you want me to put it over this underneath? Or wait, we want to melt the cheese first.
Yeah, you melt the cheese and then you put the bread. No, I need you to interrupt my live stream.
So cheese,
I need something to talk about here because I always just
because they smell like they're burning.
sit here. Oh yeah, we'll just let it melt a little bit and then put the buns on, or the pieces of bread, and fry those up. Probably need some butter on the bread, huh?
I don't know. Yeah.
We were supposed to fry the onions by themselves first. That's okay. It's still gonna be good.
This is really stressful. Just kidding.
It's gonna be good either way, no matter how.
Do you want
We do it.
lettuce on yours? Well,
Yeah.
we can put it on.
We can put it on last.
Yeah.
And then you just flip that.
You flip it and reverse it.
Yep.
You put that bun down and you flip it and reverse it.
Yep.
This is mine. I'm wrapping mine in lettuce.
Oh yeah, you're doing the low carb burger today. Kathleen is doing the lettuce wrapped low carb leftover burger from 4th of July. What day is it today? I don't know. Oh, that fried up nice.
Beautiful.
It's like a grilled
I'll try to-
cheeseburger.
I'll show it to you when it's done.
Yeah. It's hard to show things on here because the green screen blocks it out if it's not like a person.
The burger showed
Oh yeah.
fairly well.
Yeah, I did show the burger fairly well.
Fairly well.
Oh, it shows this good. Oven mat. This is my beret because I'm French. I'm Basque. This is the cultural hat we wear from Baskistan.
Basques.
Where are the Basque people from again? What's the name of the
French Pyrenees.
French Basque country? It's called like French Basque country. Like you would think it would have a name, an actual name, but it's French Basque country. Yay. Burger incoming. Is it showing it?
Mm-hmm. Wait. There it is.
Yay, we got a burger.
July leftovers.
And I can eat this on camera.
We need. You want me to get you a tray?
No, it's okay. I'll just hold it.
I need more lettuce. How is it?
It's good.
I'm gonna crawl over here and get some more lettuce.
Okay. I love the barbecue taste still in there.
Or did I leave it out? I left it out. Perfect.
Mm. the Scroll Sessions used to be, for a period of time, it became a food channel. And all we would do is food reviews and pairings and things like that.
Today's kind of a food at home.
Mm-hmm. This will go into the food at home files.
Can I show them my
Mm-hmm.
strobing here? What do I do with this?
The lettuce wrapped. Not picking it up, huh?
Now it is.
The lettuce wrapped food at home burger.
You want bigger phone?
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
That's delicious. Thank you, Kathy.
Yes, thank you, Kathy and Dad, for these burgers from 4th of July.
More for barbecuing.
Mmm. My dog is just sitting here staring.
I need to get to the microwave.
Uh-oh.
Some way, somehow.
Whenever, because of the metal plate in my head, whenever Kathleen fires up the microwave, I piss my pants and forget about who I am. 5 minutes. No big deal though.
And I just laugh.
She just laughs at my suffering. That was another joke from a movie. That was from National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Cousin Eddie.
That's right.
Everything I know, I learned from movies. Three more bites left. That cheese. Some Colby Jack cheese, I think.
Yes.
Mm.
I love a good lettuce wrapped burger.
Mm. Oh, we forgot avocado, huh?
Oh man.
But this is perfect though, because it would have been hard. The avocado probably would have just slipped out.
Mm-hmm. It would have.
Mm. Roast beef and rice. Is it showing it?
Yeah. It looks burned, but it's not, I promise.
Let's talk about dolls, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Talk about all the different variations of Barbies. You can clip that Malibu doll, and that'll be your theme song. You have my permission to clip that. If you're watching, please like. Help me get my likes up. Help me get my engagement up. I'm dancing over here to my new theme song. Thank you, Scrolls. You're welcome, Malibu's. If you're watching, please hit thumbs up. You just double tap the screen. That's all you got to do. Help me. Help a brother out. I'm from the hood. Ask anyone. I'm probably way below you in status. I'm probably poorer than you. I probably struggled more than you have. I suffer more than you. Don't let the Jewish facial features fool you. I have suffered dearly, my friends. I almost burned my eyebrow off with that. That's crazy. I didn't know that flame was going to be that big. Woo! Look how big that is. That's crazy. Well, it went down. What do you need?
Can you close that for me?
Yes. If you're watching, please hit the like. Thumbs up. Help. Help me. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you for that other like. I see I have 3 likes now. Holy Christ. Holy moly. Sweet bald-headed jumped up Jesus Palomina. I got 3 likes. Let's go. Bamboozle Barbie. What? Mel Booze Barbie.
Oh, okay.
Mel Booze? Is that booze you get in the mail? Oh, gosh. I have a longest.
Maybe she meant Malibu's Barbie.
Oh, God.
What's that?
I got like the longest. I had to go off camera. The longest tendon from the meat I've ever had stuck in the back of my teeth.
God.
There's still part of it there. We're going to be live all day today. That's all I'm going to do. While Kathleen cleans the house, I'm going to just be standing here talking to you guys.
Ashley.
So, like, subscribe. Please just double tap your screen and hit so it'll thumbs up. Help me out. Mel Booze Barbie. Think the moms would approve? I don't think they would approve, but we could get like a Mel Booze. So that must be a Barbie that drives a delivery, like a delivery service that kind of like Uber, DoorDash, Instacart that delivers booze to your house. And they have some that are just they're just for alcohol. I've seen them around town. I don't know the name of it, but I see like an X on the side of the van, and they just deliver. I haven't seen them in a while. They might have been outlawed or something. Yeah, Mel Booze Barbie, and it's a Barbie that drives around. I wonder what she would wear. Leggings. She probably wears like gym clothes. A hat, right? Casual wear, maybe jeans, and a fashionable shirt cut off where you can see your stomach. What do you call those, crop top?
Mm-hmm.
That's what Mel Booze Barbie would be wearing, probably. I lost all my audience. Oh, there's one. So we got someone else watching. Tap your screen. Give me likes, please. Help me. Help me out. This is a very interesting stream that we have today. I'm getting a lot of laugh faces. I feel like they're laughing at me and not with me. That makes me sad. So what's up, everybody? Is it Beer 30? It's actually Beer 31 right now here in California. Pacific Daylight Standard Time, 12:31 p.m. It is the year of our Lord, 2025. I am reporting here from the alternate dimension of Oildale, California. This is a nightmare conjured up. This place is a nightmare conjured up by David Lynch, the director that just passed away, by the way. I'm waiting for your comments so that I can speak. Waiting for your comments because I have no content unless you speak, unless you chat to me. It'll be pure silence, total silence. I won't be saying any words at all if you do not comment. It'll just be like a desert, an atmosphere. It'll be like living on Antarctica, and you'll just hear wind and snow, dunes of snow whisper to us, "Hey, what's up, Malibu Doll? Hey, Malibu Doll, is this creepy? Can you hear me?" Oh wait, my microphone's not even there. "Hey, Malibu Doll, can you hear me? Is this creepy? You gotta tell me what this sounds like." Yo. They always do that, ASMR guys. Sick, twisted ASMR. It's disgusting. It puts chills down my spine. There you go. Look, ASMR. Get close to the speaker. You guys like that? Yes. I can hand you a Coke. I'm going to give him one of the ones that exploded. Just kidding. Hi. I lost my other person watching. No, probably because ASMR. Do ants live there? Ants? No, my aunt lives in another state. Malibu Doll. Where do you live, Malibu Doll? Let me guess. Malibu? I wonder if I go live enough, I'll finally figure out something to talk about. Okay, I'm going to tell you what I ate yesterday, if I can remember. What did we eat yesterday? Don't tell me, hold on. Let me figure this out. Oh yeah, we had Del Taco, okay? I had 2 Del Tacos myself, and I had a Del Combo beef and bean burrito. It's delicious. Malibu Doll says I'm from the West Hollywoos. Never heard of that place. Crazy. I would have never guessed that. That's a new development in my online relationship here with Malibu Doll. But yeah, I had those 2 Del Tacos, and they have shredded cheese, lettuce, tomato, beef, seasoned beef, right? Cheers. Seasoned beef, the taco shell. I think that's about it. I love them. They're so delicious. The thing I love the most is the meat and the cheese. Everything goes together perfectly with a Del. And it's just called the Del Taco, right? I remember they used to do this thing on Tuesday. It was Taco Tuesday, and they had this cheaper taco. The Del Taco is kind of like a Taco Supreme, but it doesn't have sour cream on it. And they used to do this thing called Taco Tuesday, and you would get, I think it was like 2 or 3 tacos for $1 or something like that. Or, $1 a taco. I don't know. I don't remember. But I haven't seen that in a long time. It was a cheaper taco. It had less. I think it just didn't have tomato on it or something. But Kathleen ordered 2 bean burritos and a Del Taco. And she ate the 2 bean burritos, but didn't eat the other tacos. So I ended up having a total of 3 Del Tacos. because I always finish whatever somebody else doesn't eat. And that's why I have what they call a weight problem. I struggle with that. I've struggled with that my whole life because I overeat. And now you add alcohol into that, and I really am losing the battle against fat. And I grew this beard to just try to cover my fatness. I'm hoping the beard will grow down and cover my man breasts and my midsection. Hopefully the beard will be long enough to cover my whole entire body, and then I won't have to worry about if my shirt's too tight or not. You know? Don't want to worry about if your shirt's too tight or not. I wonder if you can hear me. Can you test this for me, please?
Yeah.
Jamie, can you test the live stream for me, please? Thank you, Jamie. Jamie's my producer.
Yes, 1 second.
Tell me,
Yes, 1 second.
hold it up to your ear and tell me if it sounds good. Tell me when I'm talking. Testing, hello, can you hear me? How does the audio quality sound? I wonder, because I'm not speaking directly into the microphone. Maybe I should put it right here. I could probably clip this to right here.
That's good.
Sounds good?
Yeah.
Okay. Sound good? Figure out where to clip this thing. Like to where it's directionally right there, you know?
Sorry, what happened to your live stream?
What do you mean?
Whatever, it's fine.
Oh, am I still live?
Scared me. Yeah.
Am I coming in clear? Hey, Mom, I said, am I coming in clear? I need to clip this somehow. But I could walk around the house and use this. And I think that it would still reach. Let's see if it reaches. I'm going to walk across the house. Let's see if it still reaches. I'm walking across the house now. I left the camera where it's at. And I walked away and I'm just speaking into the microphone here. See, I'm hanging out on my drum set. Could you hear all of that? Oh. Did you hear the drums? Cool. I'm currently on this lonely road watching the sunset the sun that never goes down. I'm currently on this lonely road. Okay. Watching the sunset that never goes down. This is Crisco pure vegetable oil. Can you turn it down? That goes distracting me. I can't think. I can't articulate my thoughts.
I wasn't thinking at all.
You guys watch Lady Babylon? It's Amon Hillman talk about Jesus, how Jesus was a pedophile. That's pretty funny. Oh God, what was he doing in that garden at Gethsemane? How is that? Gethsemane? Oh God. Oh, if anybody knew what Jesus was doing with that naked boy. Oh God. He goes live and says this stuff every day. I can't believe it.
That's terrible.
But he's funny that he's kind of like Dennis. He's like the Dennis Hopper of philosophers. I don't know. He reads Greek and he says there's like a bunch of stuff in the Greek that we don't know about our Lord and Savior. Excuse me? What? But yeah, he sounds like Dennis Hopper. He's pretty funny. I like listening to him. And usually he would be in his kitchen as I am now, which you can't see because of the green screen background. But usually he'd be in his kitchen and he'd have like a light, like a red light or something. But recently he's been in his car, so maybe he got kicked out of his apartment or something for being too loud. Neighbors didn't like hearing about how Jesus was a pedophile Yeah, I guess they didn't like that, did they? Yeah, everybody's a weirdo these days. I cannot do that. Just kidding. No, I'll do anything that you want me to. Yeah. Do almost anything that you want me to. Yeah, but I can't go for that. No, can do. Said I can't go for that. No, can do. Hello. Drop me a question, comment. Double tap your screen so I can get a like. Let's hang out. Are you guys scared? Are you guys scared of me? You guys scared to ask questions of me? Why would you be scared of me? Why would you be scared of me? There's nothing wrong with me. I'm not such a bad guy once you get to know me. I'm still trying to figure out an apparatus to clip this onto, because this little microphone has a clip. I've been watching people go live, and I'm like, why am I not going live? But I never know what to talk about. I'm just standing here. Never know what to talk about. And that's why I rely on you guys to help me here with questions, ideas, you know? I can't go for that. No, can do. I can't go for that. No. Have you guys seen all of the guys out there? I always like, this is my favorite topic. Have you seen all of the guys? See if I can clip this on here. There's no real good place to clip this mic currently for me. Anyways, here's something we could talk about. You guys seen all of the guys out there that talk about how miserable they are? It's crazy, right? You would never know if I was miserable. I would never tell you. I will never tell you if I'm miserable. I'm not going to tell you if I'm happy. I'm not going to tell you how my life is going. The only thing I'm going to share with you is what I ate yesterday, if I can remember it, and what I ate today, which you saw what I've eaten so far today. It was a grilled burger. You saw what I ate. I don't have to go through it again. You can watch the video. You could rewind it if you're watching this later on and not watching it live. I'm sorry you missed out. It's exciting to be alive because you never know who's going to come in here. You never know what they're going to say. You never know what's going to happen. So, I'm getting tired of standing here, though. I might need a chair or something. But it's good. It's good for the, what do these call those? Core stabilizers? It's good to stand. It's good to stand when you're doing your workouts, too. So, yeah, it's good for me to stand. Usually I'm just laying down on my back, watching YouTube. That's all I do all day. That's all that I ever do, is just lay on my back and watch YouTube. So it's good to be standing here with you. I feel good that I'm upright and I'm live and I'm talking and I'm hanging out. And if you feel so compelled, please drop a question or drop an idea, something you want me to research, something you want me to get into that you're into. My friend Hank loves 40K. So he's getting me into that. For years he's talked about it, and I never really got into it because it's pretty complex. There's a lot to get into, a lot of books, a lot of lore, a lot of history there. But I've started to get into it, and the reason I started to get into it was when I found out that the Yellow King is a part of that universe. Because I am very interested in literature that has the Yellow King in it. And I guess this literature has that. I'm going to take you outside pretty soon. We're gonna go outside in the sun. Might sound crazy. I wanna go outside in the sun. I got 0 viewers. Damn. So let's see if I clip this to my shirt. Would this work? Clipped it to my shirt. Would it work? Let's see, like right here, maybe. I clipped it right here once, and then my beard just drowns out the whole sound. You know? I don't know. I have too much stuff to carry. I gotta clip this somewhere. Let's see, I'll put it on my shirt for now. I guess it's gonna have to be right here for now. Well, I go outside in the sun. It might sound crazy. I'm gonna go outside in the sun. It's about 100 degrees. Are you ready? Go outside in the sun. We're almost outside. Okay. We're going to the safety of my garage here. Safety of my garage, because it's Sunday, so my neighbors are outside watering my patio with their sprinkler. So I'm in the safety of my garage. Where we can speak uninterrupted now. I can hear you, sir, Malibu Doll says. Malibu Doll is no longer on the stream because it says I have 0 people watching. What the heck? 0. What is happening here? So we're gonna try not to burn my eyebrows off here. How you guys doing? What's up? What's up? I guess if you don't have anything to talk about, nobody really shows up. There's this guy that I watch named Pupu Yashua. Shout out to Pupu Yashua. And his subscribers, he's been, posting nonstop for a long time. And he's finally at like 950 subscribers. So eventually he's going to get 1,000. He's going to get monetized, right? But to get monetized, you need the 4,000 hours. So that's a pretty difficult thing to get there. And I asked him in his live stream how many hours he had, and he said he had like 1.5 thousand watch hours. So, which sounds accurate because he uploads every day. He's going live almost every day. He's uploading videos. I'm not as consistent because I'm like, what am I going to do? I can't just stand there and talk about nothing. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm just being here now, like Ram Dass says, Be here now. But we could talk about Ram Dass. I know a little bit about him, about his history. How he was a professor. Where was he a professor? At Harvard? I think it was Harvard. We'll just go with Harvard. Richard Alpert was his name. He was a professor. And I think he He did mushrooms, and that the rest is history. He did mushrooms and then became basically a Buddhist guru. So, but he had some interesting. Secondhand smoke is getting it. The smoke's not going anywhere because I'm inside. I'm in my garage. But we're just getting started here on the live. I'm going to try to avoid cleaning the house. And as long as I'm live here with you guys, I can avoid cleaning the house. Yes. Because I'm doing something by being live here. I'm using this time here with you guys where I'm going to read your comments and talk to you. I'm using this to avoid doing the work of cleaning my house, which I'm not looking forward to doing. It's a lot. Now, once I get off here, I'll be getting into the organizational mode. Yeah, I'm looking around at everything here. Jeez, I got a lot to clean. I mowed the yawn. I mowed my yawn yesterday. I mowed the lawn yesterday. And it pretty much wore me out. It was really hot, sweating. Mowed the lawn. I tried to rake some of the leaves out of the garden bed. It's really hard to get in there to do that. I got a lot of it out of there though. Cleaned up the front yard pretty good. I put the sprinkler out this morning. Everything was fine. And then I went outside and I saw that the water hose had been ripped open. And then there's like water just coming out of the hose. So I'm wondering, what the heck happened? Did something come and rip that, like an animal or something? Or did it just decide to explode or something? I don't know. I do not know anymore what is going on, what is happening. And let's see here. I'm going to see what time it is. It's 12:50. I guess people are in church still. Oh, speaking of church, I have a book right over there. I'm going to go get, and I'm going to show you guys real quick. Maybe we could talk about that. That'll give me something really substantial to talk about. I got this old book here. My grandma had all of these books. With this green screen is always I like hold it right on top of my head, it'll show it. It's called Job, A Study in Providence and Faith. Like Kanye says, when I thought the book of Job was a job, right? Kanye is the best. Job, A Study in Providence and Faith by Ralph L. Smith. And so, what is this about? It's about the book of Job. So this guy is talking, let's just flip through randomly and see what we find. I love random occurrences. I love synchronicities. I love spirit box type synchronicities, We finished that one. Okay, where are we going to go? Where are we going to go from here? Where do I put this can? I don't know. Let's see. I could never do circles with the smoke. You guys know how to do that? Yeah, I don't even know where to begin cleaning this garage. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm absolutely lost when it comes to cleaning this garage. There's so much stuff in here that we got to get rid of. And stuff you can't put in the trash can because it's too big, Got to haul this to the dump. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? I'm currently trying to figure out how to manage this, what I have in my hands here. Okay, I gotta crush the can. There we go. And we got cigarettes still. I got to manage like a lot of things. You know, I'm holding in my hands. I got the microphone. I got the book, this book about, it's a book about the book of Job. And I got to finish this cigarette. So I got to juggle a few things here. That's what's fun about the live. When it's live, what's not fun is when no one's watching. That's really not fun. Interpreting the book of Job, he says, lavish praise has been heaped upon the book of Job. Martin Luther described it as a magnificent and sublime. Tennyson called it the greatest poem of ancient or modern times. Carlyle said, I call it one of the grandest things ever written, a noble book, all men's book. There's nothing written, I think, in the Bible or out of it of equal literary merit. C.F. Kent referred to Job as the Matterhorn of the Old Testament. H. Rowley said that the book of Job is the supreme literary masterpiece in the Old Testament and one of the greatest creations of the world's religions and is generally agreed. Okay, so people like it. Why? I don't know. Have you read the book of Job? A lot of suffering in the book of Job. I'm going to randomly select something here. Flip through the pages. And wherever we stop, that's what I'm going to read. Okay, right there. Okay. In 6:24:30, Job said that his friends had failed to prove one instance in which he had erred. He believed them to be heartless. You would even cast lots over the fatherless and bargain over your friend. 6:27. So yeah, this, I don't know if I want to read about this. This Job is very depressing to me because of all the stuff that happens to him. So is that the kind of God you want to serve? You want to serve the God that punishes faithful Job here? And Job is like, I'm not going to, I will not curse the name of the Lord. I will not do it. Even though he has everything taken from him, his friends have turned against him, his family. I forget what happens to his family if they die or if they leave him. I don't know. It's horrible. It's terrible. And God is doing all this stuff based on a wager with the devil, I think. So what kind of God is this, man? Come on. Do we want to serve that kind of God? My answer is no. I think the story is a metaphor for what? I do not know. I do not know. I don't have it figured out. But what I did figure out was, wow, what a very mean thing to do, to put this guy through all these tests to see if he would curse God, right? Light. But that's what happens when I get to reading the Old Testament stuff. I am reminded at how brutal this so-called God is. So, yeah, this was just sitting out. There's a bunch of books I have just sitting around. Let's flip to another random place. Those who rebel against the light. From the wicked who oppressed the poor, Job turned his attention to those who rebel against the light. Light probably refers to God and the daylight. Job named Three kinds of sinners who operate under the cover of darkness: the murderer, the thief, and the adulterer. Of course, all three of these classes are sinners, are more brazen today. Murderers, thefts, and acts of adultery are not committed in the night anymore. Okay, cool. What is going to happen to such sinners? This is a very difficult passage to interpret, as a comparison of the various transactions and commentaries will verify. One difficulty is that verses 18 through 20 say exactly what Job's friends had been saying about the wicked, and the very opposite of what Job had been saying. Are we to understand that Job suddenly shifted sides without any explanation? Or should we use the device of inserting the words "you say" and at the beginning of verse 18 with the RSV and the margin of the ASV, although the Hebrew text does not have them? Some students think this section is misplaced and should be put at the end of chapter 27 and counted as a part of Zophar's missing speech. I don't know what I'm reading here. So we're going to stop reading this one because I don't know what is going on. They're just trying to interpret the book of Job. But yeah, it's kind of jacked up. Is Kanye Job? Did Kanye become Job? He, according to the attributes of a sinner, he's committed all the sins, right? And then he kind of did lose his family, didn't he? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not saying that that's good or anything. But yeah, he is kind of a Job-like character, isn't he? But he's also he admits that he's flawed, and he admits that he's a sinner. And I think with Job, it's like Job was kind of an innocent guy. He hadn't really done anything wrong, and he still suffered and was mistreated. It's pretty sad. I'm looking around. Maybe we can find something else to talk about, because now I'm very depressed thinking about Job and remembering the story of the terrible things that happened to him. But we're talking about Job today because it's Sunday. This is a church day. People probably got out of church maybe an hour ago, and they're going to have lunch somewhere. They're going and having lunch with their friends and family. And I wish them all the best. I hope they're having something very delicious. They're probably sitting down in a restaurant right now, and they're going to leave the restaurant and they're going to go home, and they're going to study their Bibles. And they're going to refrain from sin. And I hope that's what they do. Because if not, even if they do refrain from sin, they're going to be punished by God. And some say, the Christians say that Jesus put an end to this. Jesus put an end to that, being punished for sin. He's like, well, you don't have to do anything except believe in me, and everything will be okay. Because I have suffered for your sins. I paid the ultimate price. So you don't have to be, judged by such a mean God anymore. It's kind of a nice thought, but also kind of demented that you need some guy to be beaten to death for your sins, and you're okay with that. So we have this other old book called Strange Stories. Strange Stories and Amazing Facts. Let's randomly open this and see. So I opened to page 307, and I have Top Hat, White Face, and Skull, the Dead Ritual of Voodoo. Now we're talking. Now we're getting into something. Okay. Let's see how long this is and if I should actually read this. Okay, it's only this one page. I'm going to read it to you guys. Okay. For hours on end, the ritual chants are repeated to the incessant beat of the wood and skin drums. The rhythms become faster and faster. Perspiring dancers, visible in the night by a glowing fire and candles in the forest clearing, are exhausted. But still they whirl around, arms flailing, eyes glazed with excitement. mouths contorted with exertion and ecstasy. Suddenly, all activity ceases. Only the flames from the fire and candles flicker. A figure in black clothes and a top hat emerges from the shadows of the trees. His face is painted white, and in his hands are a rod and a skull. He lifts his head up and screams a name into the night. Baron Samedi, Baron Samedi. The drums end their silence. The dancers spark into action. The chants continue their weird message. Lord of the Underworld. This is how a tourist would see a voodoo ritual on one of a dozen islands in the Caribbean, in some parts of Brazil, or in certain areas of the Deep South in the United States. The contortions of the dancers are caused by the voodoo gods possessing their subjects. The man in the hat is the high priest, and the name he has screamed is that of the Lord of the Underworld, the king of the voodoo cemetery spirits. The word voodoo comes from the African word voodoo, which means sacred object, spirit, or god. It was transmitted to Haiti by African slaves from Guinea and Dahomey in West Africa. Voodoo is a blend of beliefs derived from the West African religious cults, Catholicism, and the debased ceremonial magic of the grimoires, or textbooks of ritual magic in France of the 18th century. The wood and skin used in the drums during the rite, in which Baron Samedi's name is shrieked, are primarily symbolic of resurrection, such as the hypnotic effect of this frenzied worship that participants have later been genuinely unable to remember what happened. Walking Dead. One of the more gruesome facets of voodooism is belief in zombies, or the walking dead. Such beings are very real to many of Haiti's superstitious population. They believe that a magician can restore the dead to life as slaves. The zombie belief made many converts during the great labor shortage in Haiti's sugar plantations in 1918. To cash in, sorcerers were alleged to have exhumed corpses, revived them, and sold them as slaves. But some authorities believe that these slaves were people who had been drugged into a coma, taken for dead, buried, then dug up again, and revived with other drugs. Before selling their victims, the sorcerers first cut out their tongues so that they could not reveal their origins. The practice was so widespread that a law was introduced treating the administration of soporific drugs as murder. Several so-called sorcerers were allegedly tried and hanged for the crime. A form of community devil dancing still practiced in some remote villages in southern India seems akin to dark rites of voodoo, but it has only one distinct purpose: to charm away the dreaded disease of smallpox. People infected by smallpox were believed to be transformed into devils, a superstition strengthened by their hideous pockmarks and delirium characteristics of the disease. Professional devil dancers are hired by families to induce the devil to switch to one of the dancers. These exorcists are people who have developed immunity by contracting smallpox and surviving. Mask with tusks. The dancers usually wear a costume of leaves and a brass mask with tusks and features exaggerating the symptoms of smallpox. They drink large quantities of a locally brewed strong liquor called arak and dance with violent contortions to the beat of drums. At the climax of the dance, the chief dancer serves the head of a goat with his sword and then drinks the blood gushing from the animal's neck. Other dancers will bite off the heads of cockerels, gyrating with the birds still dangling from their clenched jaws. That's pretty disgusting. Once the dancers believe they are possessed by the devil, they run off into the countryside, taking the disease away with them. I wonder if it worked. I wonder if it worked for them. I think that's the end of Top Hat, White Face, and Skull, the dread ritual of voodoo. So, I hope somebody got to hear that. What do you guys think of voodoo? It said I had 2 people watching and then 0. So people are coming in. They probably heard voodoo and then they got out real quick. So let's see, where could I do this from? This garage is really hot, by the way. I like this is pretty cool. I'm gonna see what is this a chapter? Oh, here, yeah, this is Secrets of the Tarot. This is cool. Yeah, we're reading out this old book that I got from my grandma, Strange Stories and Amazing Facts. So when was this? They talked about The Walking Dead, which is pretty cool. This book is from 1976, yo. Isn't that cool? All right, we're going to go back inside because it's way too freaking hot. Looks like I found the Strange Customs and Superstition chapter. So we're going to read more of that. That's pretty fun. I found something now to keep me going here. So we're going to keep going. It's Sunday. We're doing spirituality, superstitions, paranormal stuff. I found my purpose. I'm going to take you back in the house now. Bear with me. My dog is wondering what I'm doing. The dog can't figure it out. She's like, are you going in or staying out? Hey, come on. Come in. Come on. Get in here. My dogs don't know what's going on. Hi. I made it back. Made it back into the air conditioning, thank God. It was in my garage. It was really hot in there. I'm going to set this up where I can sit down and talk to you guys. Hello. Yo, what's up? Okay, we're going to read another story out of this book here. Okay. Let's see the best place to read this from. Maybe from right here. If I put the mic right there, still be able to pick it up. This situated here. Look, I made a boom mic. That didn't last long. Oh yeah. Where can I put this where it makes sense? Nothing ever makes sense here. In my room, it's a complete disaster. I'm gonna have to start cleaning it pretty soon. Gotta clean it. I'll just put it like this. Trying to figure this out here. Bear with me. We're going to read a story out of this book. Try to situate this where I can not have to think about the microphone. Okay, the Throwaway Society. To demonstrate their wealth, the Kwakiutl. To demonstrate their wealth, the Kwakiutl Indians destroyed it. In most societies the world has known, amassing wealth and worldly goods has been a sure passport to status. But less than 100 years ago, there existed in Canada a society in which a man's social standing was decided in exactly the opposite way, by how spectacularly he could ruin himself. This extreme example of the Throwaway Society flourished on the northwestern coast of Canada and the United States from the mid-19th century until well into the 20th century, receiving its peak among the Kwakiutl Indians of Vancouver Island. Their chiefs publicly burned food, blankets, canoes, and ornaments in the ceremony of potlatch, a word that means giving. The Indians of the Northwest lived in a society obsessed by rank and would arrange elaborate potlatch feasts to mark any significant event. The birth of a chief's heir, the marriage of an important man, a dispute about who should be a tribe's next chief. All of these were celebrated or settled at a potlatch, with feasting, speech-making, and gasps of astonishment at the more spectacular examples of conspicuous waste. The American traveler and scholar Franz Boas described a potlatch among the Kwakiutls. Damn, why do I have such trouble saying these words, man? In the 1890s, that began with gallons of precious oil being poured liberally onto a fire. Then a chief named Nolus outdid his rival by throwing onto the fire 7 canoes and 400 blankets. There was such a blaze that the great cedarwood feasting hall had all of its roof boards singed and was nearly burned to the ground. At some earlier potlatches, human lives were sacrificed, but even the beheading of a slave did not bring a man as much honor as breaking up a copper plaque. What? So a copper plaque was worth more than a man's life? These decorated plaques, beaten from lumps of ore, were for the Indians the highest and most desired forms of wealth. Individual plaques were given names, and a chief who destroyed one earned enough respect to last him for the rest of his life. One famous Kwakiutl copper plaque, which went by the appropriate name of causing destitution, was almost beyond price. It cost 20 canoes, 20 slaves, 10 smaller plaques, 20 lynx skins, 20 marmot skins, 20 mink blankets, and much more. Chief Tilatila. Jeez. This is brutal. Ensured his supremacy among the Kwakiutls by breaking up such a plaque and giving the pieces to 2 rivals. The first man collapsed and died on the spot. unable to live with the humiliation of not being able to return a gift of like value. The other lived on for 6 months in misery and seclusion until he too died of shame. Wasteful though the potlatch ceremony may have seemed to outsiders, at least it was an improvement on the bloody intertribal wars of earlier years. The Kwakiutls, once known for their relentless ferocity and skill in battle, described themselves in the ways of potlatch as fighting with wealth. The custom may have well developed as a kind of famine relief system, through which in lean years tribes that were not so hard hit would give food and blankets to those in distress. The haves would gain prestige because of their generosity, and the have-nots receiving the gift would lose status. But at least no one would starve. Well, that sounds pretty crazy. Burning their blankets, burning stuff, killing people, sacrificing people. No thanks. I would never burn my blanket unless it was, contaminated with something and I had a new one. Waiting. This has been a rough live stream, brutal live stream. This has caused me great suffering. I'm happy to inform you that this is causing me great suffering. I'm sweating. I don't know if you can see. I'm in here sweating. It's hot in here too. There's no escape from the heat, I guess. I'm reading out of this book. Nobody's watching. No one's listening. And I feel so sorry for myself. Thank you very much. Thank you. Whoa, that's a weird effect. Diamond of Doom. A jewel that drove men mad. So I guess I could clean while I'm live also, huh? Could just clean. Could clean my room. While talking to you guys. You guys are so awesome. I love that you've come in today and you've been commenting and watching me and just supporting what I do here, which is read weird stories out of this book. This is all I do, is I read strange stories and amazing tales. And that's all I do. I do that for every video because that's all I am. That's all that I have to offer, is to read these stories to you guys. I hope that you enjoy them because it's all that my life encompasses. It's all that my life has amounted to this moment. I've lived a whole life. I've lived as long as the length of 2 lives, basically, just to get to you here today and to read you stories out of this book and to have nobody watch my live stream. It makes me so happy that no one's here. I've tried to push everyone that I could out of my life, and it finally worked. Nobody's here for the live stream. I'm so happy about that. I love you. And now I'm going to clean, quote unquote, clean. And by cleaning, I mean shoving everything into my closet, even though there's no room left in it. I'm going to clean my room. You ready for that? You guys want to see that? Where can I put this camera where I can still hang out, talk to you guys while I'm cleaning my room? Kind of hard to clean with while holding a microphone. I need 2 hands to clean, and I only have one hand, the left hand path that I will use to clean. The left hand, as above, so below. Like Baphomet, huh? Oh, you can see my ceiling fan right there. That's crazy. Yo, what's up? Ow. Ow. I don't know how I'm gonna clean this room, god damn it. Ow. I don't know how I'm gonna clean this room, god dang it. Ow. It's church Sunday, don't use God's name in vain. Don't say god damn it, Jesus Christ. Don't say god damn it. You're gonna make all these Christians mad. They're gonna take it out on you and your dad, 'cause they are better than you. They're more righteous, yes, they're cool dudes. They're cool dudes. They're cool dudes. Where to even begin? I like twist around in my room and I don't know even where to start. I don't know what to do with all this shit. You know what I mean? I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I don't know who I am. I don't know where I am. I don't know what's going on. You know, I'm just kind of lost. That's why I'm live, because I'm lost. You know, most people go live because they have something to say. They have all kinds of stuff to tell you, all kinds of expertise and advice to give you. And I'm on here because I'm completely lost. I tip my hat to you, you who have answers. And I thank you for not watching, actually. People say thank you for watching and subscribing. I thank you for not watching and not liking and not subscribing. I thank you for that, because you're only going to encourage me to continue to suffer like this, where I'm a slave to social media. And let's see, where could I put this at? It's a complete wreck. My room is a complete wreck here. Start by getting all the clothes where the clothes need to be. Malibu Doll says, "Hi. I left, but I'm back. There's a UFO fan behind you." Yes, it's flying through the sunset sky there. Why did you leave me, Malibu Doll? I've been suffering ever since you left. I didn't know what to do with myself because I had nobody to talk to me live, to comment with me as I'm suffering here. I have resorted to cleaning my room now because you left me. Now I have to clean my fucking room. Can you believe that? And I don't know how to get this goddamn mic. Let's see, can I clip it down here? Nothing works, you know, nothing. If I clip it here, my beard just, you know, blocks all of the sound out. It's pretty crazy. Let's see, what can I do? But you know me, I always keep high spirits. I'm always positive, and I always keep high spirits in the land of the living. You can do whatever you want. Thank you. Thank you, Malibu Doll. Whatever I want? I can do whatever I want. I like your pants. That's also from a movie. Born in, yeah, 'cause I was born in East LA. Man, I was born in East LA. Are these pants? I think these are still pants that I wear nowadays. Possibly, I don't know. They probably don't fit anymore. I've been gaining so much weight. What am I going to do? Yes, I accidentally swiped and it went to a woman chewing on something and it scared me. Yeah, you got to stay away from that and just hang out here. at Scroll Sessions. I would never do something like that to you. I would never scare you. Answer me this question, chat, if you guys can figure this out for me. Help me out with this. What does one do with a keyboard cover when it's not on your keyboard? What does one do with a keyboard cover when it is not on your keyboard? Maybe somebody can answer that for me. I don't know where to put this thing. It just takes up space. I live in darkness. Because I don't put my keyboard in this because I need to play my keyboard. So what do I do with the keyboard case? It's a conundrum that I've not been able to solve over the past 20 years. I've had this keyboard, I've had the same keyboard for 22 years, I think. And I still make music on it that I release and that I make money on. I haven't checked my balance in a long time because it's so low. You know, my DistroKid balance. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hi. This microphone has caused me great stress because I have to carry it around everywhere. I don't know what to do with it. Really don't know what to do anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm lost. I put it on my sleeve. I don't know if it's going to work to be. Will I be heard? Probably not. I figured it out. I can connect it to my beard. Perfect. I figured it out. I finally cracked the code. Just place it down and I will tell you if I can hear it. Put it somewhere like on something and talk. What about this, Malibu Doll? Does this work? Is it too loud, you think? Because it's so close to my mouth. Lavalier beard mic. What do you guys think of this? Pretty cool, huh? Got this on Amazon. I don't remember how much I paid because I don't remember how much I paid for anything. I never remember the prices of things. There are guys on YouTube that could tell you exact prices. They could tell you what year it costs a certain price. I don't know how to do that. I can't remember the price of things. I can never remember. How do people remember that? I just swipe it on a credit card. And then when that credit card declines and gets filled up, I get another. Just about the time my other credit card fills up and is completely maxed out, that's the time that I got a offer in the mail that says, here, open this new credit card. And then I open a new credit card. She says it works. All right, all right, all right. You just got to keep on living, everybody. Livin. Keep on living. What is this doing here in my room? What is this? It's a piece of art. That's what it is. It's a piece of art from an artist. It's me. I put that there because I was going to use it for art, and it just goes into the trash now because I don't know what to do with it. And I got some Wranglers here. You guys like Wranglers? These are the only pants that fit me now because they're baggy. So I've gained so much weight. I got stuff all over the place. I don't know what to do with it. I got bags of things that I'll never use. Cymbals. I got a cymbal here. See if you can hear it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Set me free, set me free. Found a bag of chess pieces. I found a tambourine. Whoa, 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 whoa. Put that over there with my drums. That's taken care of. I move things from one area and stack them into another, and then I'm like, okay, now what do I do with this stuff that's stacked over here in this area? I got this clean. I'm like, oh, look, this area is clean now. But then I look over to where I stacked all the other shit, and it's there. So what do I do with it? It never gets taken care of. It never is solved. There's only so much stuff that I can stack inside my closet. You know what I'm saying? Only so much stuff, yo. Got a pillow here. I don't know where to put this pillow. I got so many pillows already on my bed. My bed is made of pillows. I can't even lay down on it because I'm laying on top of pillows. This is quite frustrating to me. I can never figure out anything where to put all this stuff. I got keyboards. I got about 3 keyboards that don't work, and I don't know what to do with them. So if I throw them in the trash, the bums are going to be like, oh, this is a spot where you can pick up new instruments, and then they plug it in and it doesn't work for them, you know. So I don't want to disappoint them with broken instruments. They're going to take it out of the trash. They're going to try to plug it in and get it to work. They're going to think, oh, I can start my new musician's career with this keyboard I found in the trash can.
Can I talk to you privately for a second?
Sure. I'm going to take a break, guys. I'll be right back. As Red Bar says, this is just the intro. I'll be right back. Hang in there. Hi, I'm back. Is anyone there? Hello, Malibu Doll says. I'm back, Malibu Doll. I'm still cleaning my room. My wife found this Batman bottle opener. It has like a little screwdriver on the wing. I think it's got a flathead and a Phillips head, and they're both like little screwdrivers. Yeah. Okay, back to cleaning my room. Got all these knickknacks and doodads, knickknacks and doodads all over the place. Robert Kiyosaki, the guy that wrote Rich Dad, Poor Dad, talks about how knickknacks and doodads are what poor people spend their money on. And he's right about that. So I have bought a lot of knickknacks and doodads and CDs and DVDs and stuff and books. I have a fortune wrapped up in books and music CDs and vinyl records. And then I got musical equipment, which is kind of an investment because you can make music that you make money with. So the musical instrument's a little more justifiable to buy. I guess a book is an investment too, if it's a rare book, like the 9 Gates of the Kingdom of Shadows. But if it's not a rare book, that's probably going to end up in a used book bin that you wouldn't be able to give away for free if you tried to. What is Otis barking at? Hi, thank you. Thank you, love.
You got it?
Yeah, thank you. Iced tea?
Yours truly, Jamie. Didn't you call me Jamie?
Yeah, look that up for me, Jamie. Hey, Jamie, can you pull up interdimensional draconian lizards from outer space? Jamie referring to Joe Rogan's producer, Jamie. A nice sweet tea. Nice sweet tea. It's very hot today. I feel exhausted. I woke up exhausted. I never feel like I've gotten any sleep at all. I don't know what's going on. Probably because I go to sleep at 1 and then the sunlight comes up at 5 through the curtain. And so my sleep is over. What little sleep that I did achieve. Thank you for joining me in cleaning my room here on this live scroll sessions. Probably need to change the batteries on my soundboard. Yeah, that's a crazy one. Let's see, where's it at? You know, I'm doing this all for the... I do it all for the sample's too long. It's like there's some stuff that should have been edited out of that sample at the end of there. Yeah, that's the soundboard. We got a mess. We got a freaking mess here. Whoa. I guess I'm supposed to be talking to you guys as I'm cleaning, which is going to further exhaust me even more. I'm going to be so tired. I have no energy to clean because I'm talking the whole time, right? I got so much stuff and I don't know what to do with it. I can't throw all the stuff away. If you saw my house, you would say, uh-oh. It's like an episode of Hoarders, right? What is this? Found some plumber's tape. What is that doing? Why is that in my room? No clue. There's no purpose. There's no purpose for plumber's tape to be in my room. See if I can show you my my light over here. That doesn't look good. Whoa. Yeah, I'm gonna just take a break from cleaning my room so that I can talk to you guys. Maybe read you another story since you guys like them so much. Get this thing out of my beard without it. Oh yeah, there we go. Ceiling fan. Got some nice sweet tea here. The reason I have my camera pointed up is because my room is a wreck. It's a mess. I can't show you my room right now. It looks like all of my stuff just exploded and went everywhere. It's pretty crazy. But I can do a background. And there's a fan coming out of my nose now. There's so much stuff everywhere that there's like nowhere to put this tripod that makes sense. Nowhere. That fan, what the heck? The fan is in everything. Why is it supposed to block everything out of the background, including the fan, yo? What are you doing back there, fan? Plumber's tape. Set that over there. You never know when you're going to need some plumber's tape. Okay, if I put this over here, maybe. Well, then I think the light might not be good from that angle. Yeah, the light's not too good from that angle. The place where it would be best is where I need to clean. That's where the best light would be, I think. From right here. That's still not the greatest. Hey there. Today we are going to read another story, or we've been reading stories today. We're going to read another one from Amazing Stories and Strange, what is it? Strange Stories and Amazing Facts, a book that was published in 1976. I got it from my grandma. All right. I must muster the strength to read this. It's very discouraging to read to no one. You know, to turn your live on and then you have no one to read to. It's very discouraging. But I'm going to do it anyways. A lot of this stuff is like voodoo stuff, you know. Diamond of Doom, that sounds like something Indiana Jones would have been looking for, right? Let's see. Some really dark stuff. I didn't know that all of this stuff was in here. This is pretty cool, though. Mountain of Light. The present Queen Mother's crown is at the Tower of London in the Lower Cross. Koh-i-Noor. I'm going to look for an interesting story and then I'm going to read you guys something, okay? Bear with me. There's all these like mini stories. Maybe I'll read one of the mini stories. Let's see what this is. Grandfather's Privilege, Getting Drunk. The Codex Mendoza is a collection of ancient Mexican manuscripts and drawings describing life in the 14th century. One of these drawings reproduced here depicts the drinking of what was known as the white wine of the earth, made from the sap of a plant found growing on a mountain called the Frothy Mountain because the wine was effervescent. The potency of the brew apparently gave rise to a general ban on overindulgence. For the script explains that the man drinking was allowed to get merry on account of his age and his having grandchildren. So if you were a grandchild in that culture, or your grandfather in that culture, you were allowed to drink the effervescent wine. Pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. That's one of the short ones. Let's see if we can find... I don't want to read the voodoo stuff. I want to see some Western magic. Western magic. Do-do-do-do. Western magic. Do-do-do-do. Sometimes you're better off dead. There's a grimoire in your hand and it's pointed at your head. You're reading about demons and Jesus comes in and makes them all go away from your sin. In a Western town in a dead-end world, East End boys and Gothic girls. Let's see, the marvels of science. What else do we have in here? Distant lens enhancement. The most distant known quasar is 3C295 in Boots, photographed in 1960 at the Palomar Observatory. I wonder if that's still true. If the most distant known quasar is 3C295. The Enigma of Space. What else do we have in this old book? We might find some secrets, some hidden secrets in this old book. You never know. You look at these old books, you might find some stuff that Google has been hiding from you. I'm going to look at the contents to see if we can find something really interesting. So we got the Enigma of Space, the astonishing human body, wonders of the natural world, the surprising animal kingdom, the marvels of science, feats of building and engineering, man's amazing inventions, daring and epic journeys, the quest for the past, strange customs and superstitions, popular facts and fallacies, intriguing and unsolved mysteries. Footsteps into the unknown, legendary lands and beasts, hoaxes, frauds, and forgeries, eccentrics and prophecies, curious and bizarre beginnings, the world of tomorrow, triumph of man or Armageddon, the Enigma of Space. Maybe we should just start at the beginning and just read from there. It looks like each story is like one page, but I could be wrong. Oh no, yeah, this one goes a little bit longer. So I'm gonna have to pour some more tea for that one. You ready to watch me drink some more tea? Oh God, oh, I almost spilt the whole thing. Here we go with the tea. Where's Malibu Doll at? Malibu doll watching. Are you going to listen to my story? Sweet tea. So good. After I get off of this live, I'm going to have to really focus on cleaning my room. I really don't want to do it. Excuse me. I really don't want to do it. Okay, Portrait of the Universe. We're going to read out of this every live now. I found my calling. I finally found something that I could stay consistent at. I'm going to go try to go live every day and read out of this book. I think it'll be fun. Because I'm learning a lot while reading this. I didn't know all this stuff was in here. I knew about this book, but I just had never really read it. I got it from my grandma. Okay, Portrait of the Universe. How stars are born from here to eternity. Looking at the sun and the stars is like gazing backward down a time tunnel. What is seen from the earth is not the stars as they are, but as they were when the light rays left the various heavenly bodies. Light travels at 186,000 miles a second, and at this speed takes 8 minutes to reach the earth from the sun. By the same token, the closest star to the Earth's solar system, Proxima Centauri, is seen not as it is, but as it was 4.25 years ago. What, 4.25 years ago? That doesn't seem right. I don't know why, but with powerful telescopes, it is possible to look back millions of years into the past of the universe. And by linking telescopes with sensitive photographic plates even farther back to a staggering billions of years ago. With man's ever-increasing knowledge and use of more and more sophisticated equipment, we are more aware than ever that the Earth is an insignificant dot when measured against the overwhelming backdrop of space. The Earth occupies third place from the Sun in a system of 9 planets, some with moons, others without, in orbit around the Sun. This, the solar system, is a tiny speck in a breathtaking huge spiral 100,000 light years across, known as a galaxy. Wow, that's cool. This galaxy, in turn, is one of countless others in yet another system of galaxies so incredibly vast that it defies the imagination. Distances between the Earth and the nearest objects in space were first measured by a method of trigonometry known as parallax. I wonder if I say that right. Parallax. This involves taking triangulated sightings on a star at 6-month intervals, or in effect, using the diameter of the Earth's annual orbit around the Sun as the baseline of a triangle. If the baseline of a triangle and the angles at each end of it are known, the remaining dimensions of the triangle can be worked out. Threefold success in 1838. Astronomers in the 17th and 18th centuries tried to calculate star distances by the parallax method, but it was not until 1838 that 3 astronomers, within a few months of each other, successfully and independently made parallax calculations of star distances. Friedrich Bessel, director of the Königsberg Observatory in Germany, measured a star called 6I Cygni as being just less than 11 light years away. Thomas Henderson, Astronomer Royal for Scotland, announced that Alpha Centauri was 4.3 light years from Earth. And F.G.W. Struve, working at Dorpat in Russia, gave a value of the distance for Vega, now acknowledged to be 27 light years away. Later, the parallaxes of other stars were calculated, but beyond a distance of 100 to 150 light years, the trigonometric method leaves an increasing margin of error because of the very tiny angle at the apex of the triangles involved. Star distances can, however, be measured by other methods, many based on how luminous a star is to the naked eye. All stars may seem white, or nearly so, but this is not the case. In the constellation of Auriga, for example, the star Capella is yellow. Betelgeuse in Orion is reddish. Betelgeuse, my favorite name for a star, by the way. And Rigel is slightly blue. Analysis of the spectrum of any distant object in space reveals its chemical elements and the temperature at which they are reacting, as well as the speed at which the body is traveling. From these clues, astronomers can get an idea of the true brightness of a star, and by correlating this to its apparent brightness as seen on Earth, make an accurate estimate of its distance. The estimation of the speed of a distant object seems largely from a scientific principle laid down in 1842 by the Australian physicist Christian Doppler. This principle, known as the Doppler effect, is best demonstrated by relating it to the whistle of an approaching train. As the train draws near, the pitch of the whistle climbs higher until the train passes. Okay. Do you hear that? You guys hear my dog barking? Okay, where was I? So the train passes. I lost my place. I lost my place. Where was I? Let's see if I can find it. Okay. As the train draws near, the pitch of the whistle climbs higher until the train passes. Then as it recedes in the distance, the tone falls. The red shift. Two later 19th century astronomers, Sir William Huggins in England and Hermann Vogel in Germany, independently made use of the Doppler's principle. When applied to light waves, the Doppler effect shows up in color at the red end of the spectrum. Light waves are longer. At the violet end, shorter. So redness and light coming from a celestial body is taken to mean that it must be moving away from Earth. If it's red, it's moving away from us. Cool. This phenomenon is known as the red shift. Conversely, light waves from a source that is approaching the observer tend to move up the spectrum toward the violet end, where they become stronger and more frequent. The so-called radial velocities of many stars have been measured in this way. Thus, Sirius is approaching our solar system at 5 miles a second, and Altair at 16. Aldebaran, on the other hand, is receding at 34 miles a second, and Capella at 18. Some other explanation for violet and red shifts in stars and galaxies may, of course, be possible, but most modern astronomers accept the principles of the Doppler effect. In 1924, Dr. Edwin Hubble of Mount Wilson Observatory in California, using the superior instruments then available, learned more about the red shift. He found that whole galaxies must be traveling away from Earth at tremendous speeds. Hubble concluded that the whole universe is expanding, with everything in it moving farther apart from everything else. And as the galaxies move farther and farther away from our own, the radiation of light we get from them gets weaker and weaker. This, said Hubble, is why starlight is too feeble to illuminate our night skies. The Big Bang. Why should the universe be expanding? The idea ties in with one of the main theories about the birth of the universe, expounded in 1930 by the Belgian astronomer George Lemaitre. Yeah, I'm not going to say that right. Sorry, George. His was the Big Bang Theory, which suggested that about 10 billion years ago, I think they say it's about 14 billion now, don't they? All the matter in the universe was contained in a primal atom, which he vividly described as a super dense cosmic egg. So he's the one that came up with the cosmic egg, huh? This, he said, exploded, and its many fragments became galaxies, one of which contains our solar system, all moving apart at incredible speed. Another popular belief, the steady state theory, was advanced in 1948 by British cosmologist Herman Bondi. I wonder if he's related to Pam Bondi. Thomas Gold and Fred Hoyle, who suggested that the universe is eternal and that it has always existed. They said that matter is continuously created, apparently from nothing, at the end of 62 atoms of hydrogen per cubic inch of space every billion years. This is sufficient to form new galaxies, to fill in the gaps caused by the expansion of the universe. The pulsating universe. In 1965, the American astronomer Professor Alan Sandage adapted the Big Bang Theory and developed it into the pulsating universe theory. He suggested that the universe is created, destroyed, and then recreated in 80 billion year cycles. At the moment, he said the universe is only 10 billion years along in the expansion stage, and it will continue to expand for another 30 billion years before the galaxies overcome the force of the Big Bang and begin to contract. Eventually, he maintained moving at millions of miles an hour. They will converge and fuse again into their primal atoms, which will then explode once more to restart the cycle. And I think that is the end of that section. Another little section called Facts About Our Neighbors. What? I just seen a thing that says you're live. I know I'm live. Got the countdown up there. I wonder what that was about. It was like a thing that was on the... I wonder if it went in and out. Maybe the internet's not good. Let's see. Yeah, who knows? Okay, facts about our neighbors. Outside the Earth's planetary system, the nearest star to the Sun is Proxima Centauri, at a distance of 4.25 light years. But it is by no means the brightest star in the Earth's heavens. The four brightest are Sirius, the dog star, 8.7 light years away, far distant Canopus, 98 light years, Alpha Centauri, 4 to 3 light years, and Arcturus, 36 light years. I read a cool sci-fi book once, a long time ago, called Journey to Arcturus. It was pretty cool. I don't remember who wrote it, but it was pretty good. The largest star visible to the naked eye. Oh, wait, I skipped a paragraph. The most distant body that can be seen with the naked eye from Earth is the great spiral galaxy in the star cluster or constellation known as Andromeda, more than 2 million light years away. It appears only as a faint patch of light in the sky. The largest star visible to the naked eye is probably Alpha Herculis, a red giant, the name given to stars that are losing their heat. The smallest known stars are about the size of planets, less than 10,000 miles in diameter. The smallest yet detected is Wolf 457, which at 3 to the 1,000th size of the Sun is smaller than the Earth. Some stars may even be less than 1,100 miles across. By the standards of the Earth's solar system, the largest stars are enormous. the variable star VV, is that 55, I wonder? 55 Cepheid at 1 billion miles in diameter, for example, is 1,220 miles, 1,220 times the size of the sun. A variable star is a pulsating star growing brighter than dim. The most densely populated area of the heavens is considered to be the central part of the Milky Way, the Earth's galaxy, toward the constellation Sagittarius. All right, that's the end of that section. I wonder if I'll just use a bookmark here to mark where we were so we can get back to this some other day, which we probably won't do. I probably will forget. I will put this book away and forget about it forever, or for another 30 years maybe. I see a lot of hearts and smiles and laughs. Malibu Doll must be back. I'm almost done with my sweet tea here. This has been a very difficult live stream to do. It's been very brutal. It's been very taxing on my psyche. And that's why I had to turn to reading a book, because I couldn't handle just talking into the nothingness today. It was really wearing away, chipping away at my soul today. So I hope anybody that watches this back enjoyed the moments that we spent together here. I've been live for 2 hours and 7 minutes, it says. All right. Thank you for coming here. Thank you for watching. I will talk to you again soon. Goodbye. Good night. Good morning. Good evening. And good luck.